Good morning, everybody, and a very, very warm welcome to Ask the Accountant, episode number. I don't know why I look at my notes. Of course, I know what the number it is. It's 150. We made it, Johann. We made it. We made it to the 150. And you'll see behind me, thanks to my wife, we've got a nice little array of balloons. What that does mean, Johann, is now you have to make it to 501 so we can reuse these balloons. So no pressure or anything, but we're going to make it all the way to 501 if that's all right with you.
I can make it 105.
100. We've missed 105.
Oh yeah, we've done that. Oh dear.
That's the accountant. Remember, yeah, that's the accountant.
Monday morning.
Got a very exciting episode though. We're going to talk about the 150 stuff afterwards, but more important than that, we have a very special guest on. We have Caroline here. We're going to bring Caroline in a moment. First of all, Johann, how was your weekend? Was it all good?
Yeah, didn't do too much over the weekend. Working on a little secret project, so did focus on both days. But yeah, it will all come transparent in the next few days, hopefully. But yeah, no, just had quite a chilled weekend. How about yourself?
Now I'm more interested about your secret project. No, we're prepping for Accountex, which we are going to be talking about. Just so we've done all of the stuff behind, the date is the 15th of September. Episode is obviously 150th, and we have our guest in. Before we bring the guest in, though, let me just quickly go through our community. It wouldn't be anything without them. So Kirsty's here. Good morning. Happy 150th. Thank you very much, Kirsty. Loving all of the emojis. Natasha's here. Good morning to you. Stephanie's here. Good morning, all. Happy 150. Happy 150. Thank you very much. Paul says, morning, all, from a soaked south coast. Yeah, it is absolutely drenched down here, up here as well. What about you, Johann?
It's blue skies at the moment, but we've had non-stop rain for about 24 hours, so this will just be a break in between weather fronts.
Sue's here. Happy 150. Thank you very much, Sue. Mahul's here. Good morning, everyone from windy London. Hope you all had a great weekend. Happy 150 is also says a great milestone. It certainly is. Thank you very much. Cheryl says good morning. Congratulations, 150 episodes. Nicholas says good morning, everyone. Good morning to you with a rainy emoji. Kirsty St. John says happy 150th with even more emojis. Thank you very much. Can I borrow those balloons a few weeks? You certainly can. But we need them back for the 501st episode, though. So going back from there.
But on 510.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
We'll get double value in the space of 6 weeks. It'll be fine. Exactly.
It's like the Accountex. We'll ask Caroline in a minute, but it's about the Accountex thing. Does she get to reuse that? Yeah. Marcus says morning all, and then Suzanne says, morning, amazing achievement of quality eye content. Thank you. I like that eye content. I know it was a miss, but I think we're going to steal that. I think we are eye content thing. So yes, let's go through, because we only have half an hour, so we want to make sure we make the most out. Let's bring on our number 15th in the Guess Who leaderboard. Of course, it is the wonderful Queen of Accountex, Caroline. Hello, Caroline. How are you all doing?
Good morning. Good morning. I'm very well, thank you. Like your guest, Paul Whitehouse, or one of your listeners, Paul Whitehouse, I am also on the soaked south coast. It's not very pleasant. It's not very pleasant. But I have to say, congratulations on 150. Well done. That's absolutely amazing.
Okay. Well, we owe it to you, to likes of yourself. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, I mean, we wouldn't be where we are without the support from you guys, support from our amazing community, and everything else. And Susanna's just jumped in as well. So good morning to Susanna. Caroline, for anyone who doesn't know, who are you and why are you here?
Oh, well, it was lovely actually just to see you welcoming all your listeners this morning. I recognize most of those names as well, so it's lovely to see you all this morning. Yes, I am Caroline Hobden. I am the portfolio director for Accountex. And for anyone that doesn't know what Accountex is, we are a series of in-person and online events, and we service the entire accounting, bookkeeping and financial profession, really. And we've got shows in London, in Manchester. That's the one coming up on the 23rd of September. We also have virtual events. We've got events in Spain and Canada, and there's just a lot going on. So yeah, check us out if you haven't heard of us before. But yeah, we look forward to seeing many of you next week.
Yeah, I genuinely can't believe that it's another Manchester Accountex is around the corner. That is quite scary, isn't it? Yeah, I know it's right. We look at a diary. It's one of those always in the diary, isn't it? But the fact that it's actually next week is scary, right?
Yeah, and silver lining, it means 2 nights in a Brewdog hotel. You don't get that quality of hotel at London.
Well, I need to know about this hotel. You just send me the link. I'm not sure I'm saying anything so nice.
I'm pretty sure we bring it up every single time, but every time the Brewdog Hotel is like the premier. Put it this way,
Wow.
you get a beer fridge in the shower. So the shower's there, you just open up the beer. Normally it's at 5:30 in the morning, right? Because we're getting ready for Accountex. But
how much more stress-free could Accountex Manchester be for you, Caroline, if you had a beer fridge?
This is the way to go. I'm absolutely looking at this hotel when I come off this call.
It is generally, it's one of our, it's a high, I wouldn't say highlight, but it is definitely one of the reasons to go to Manchester. It is absolutely wonderful. Stephanie Marshall says, so many 15s. Caroline's 15th on the leaderboard. Yeah, 15th on the leaderboard. You got to be proud of that, right? Like there's 23.
I'm very proud of that. Yeah.
And I think you had one of the harder ones as well when go for it. 15th on the leaderboard. It's 15th September and 150th episode. Great.
There you go. Good spot.
See, conspiracy theorists will be having all sorts of fun with that.
Dread to think, really, isn't it? Caroline, when it comes to Accountex, for me, Accountex London is always that jewel of the crown. It's that one show. And if anyone asks us, we always tell people, you need to make sure you get to Accountex London. Or do you call it Accountex South? I don't really know what the official term is, but Accountex London, Accountex South, whatever the term is. But for me, Manchester's got a real special buzz about it. It's a different event, right? Like it's not. Some people like think, oh, it's just Manchester, it's just Accountex, but up north. But no, it's its own event. It's definitely and when you think about how much it's evolved over the last X amount of years, I feel like every step, I guess, is a little bit better in terms of like people there and everything else. It just seems to grow, right? But why Manchester? What were you involved with, like that initial decision making of Manchester? But if you don't know why it was officially or originated as Manchester, why do you keep going back? What's the draw of Manchester to you?
Yeah, I wasn't here when we did the very first launch of Accountex at Manchester. That was, I think, back in 2018, 2019 sort of time. But it was such a huge draw. London obviously gets a fantastic audience. You know, the last event got over 12,000 attendees, which is incredible. But it's not always accessible for everybody. It's not that easy to get to for everybody. So it was really important to us that we made sure that we spread the love and the gospel of Accountex to further reaching parts. And absolutely, Manchester is such a hub and has a fantastic community. And it isn't just for those from Manchester, it's for those from all around that general area. And it's a really special event. I think it holds a very special place in a lot of people's hearts. So many people tell me it's their favourite event to go to. It's a one-day show. It's in the most amazing venue, Manchester Central. For those that don't know it, is a former train station. A lot of people still call it the GMEX, actually, as well. That was another former name for it. And it's just got such a wonderful buzz to it, you know. And it's not just Accountex on repeat, Accountex London on repeat. It isn't. We put so much into making sure that the Manchester show is very special and very unique. And I think what really makes it are the people that come. They come along, they get involved, they're energetic from the very beginning. They stay all day, they make the most of it. And we just can't wait. We absolutely can't wait. I want to be there right now. Sadly, without a beer fridge, but I want to be there right now.
Yeah, it's absolutely. But I think, I'm sure you'll jump in here, Johann, and explain as well. But for me, it's because it's in the middle of Manchester, right? Like every time we've been to Accountex, it's always been a different event. Like love London, love the event, but it becomes a bit of a copy and paste exercise in some respects, right? We turn up to the event and we go there, and the whole place gets turned into Accountex, right? The whole of Excel. But with Manchester, every time we've been there, it's been a different experience. So either the night before we've gone to Digital Disruptor Awards, for example, or afterwards we've always gone and done something a little bit different. We always stay for the after thingy drinks at Manchester, and then we go off and do something. And we've been to where did we get that? One of those first ones, was it the Iris
the pub quiz?
Yeah. That was it, yeah. And we've been to a burger place, and there's been all like it, just because of the location, it always feels like something a bit different each time. What about you, Jan? What's your favorite part about it?
Whether you're going as a visitor or an exhibitor, when you do London, it's a machine of an event. Like, you spend days beforehand psyching yourself up for it. Then you try and survive it for 2 days, and you get home and go, oh my God, that was amazing, but thank God it's over. And it's all a bit of a blur. And there's so many people there. Whereas Manchester, for me, it feels more community. Like, was it still 128 exhibitors? Like,
Very good.
128 exhibitors, but still, it feels like there's more time to say hello and reinforce that networking thing. Whereas London, you're always walking past and go, oh, I'll catch up with you later and good to see you. But that's about the extent of it. Whereas Manchester, yeah, I still love London. Nothing replaces the buzz of Accountex London and the adrenaline and everything for that. But Manchester, it feels like there's a stronger community in there. Like, we're all there to say hello. We all get a chance to say hello to each other. Like, even with over 3,000 people going through those doors, you still feel it's at a more steady pace. And yeah, it's by far one of my favorite events for just concreting that network. I also think it's like, this is your last chance to say hello and goodbye to a lot of people, both exhibitors and visitors, until next year. I always look at Accountex as that's the final chorus. That's the end of the season with Manchester. Yes, there'll be little road shows and there'll be bits and pieces popping up, but Manchester was really the bowing out of the accounting season for the year. And the fact that you have the time to say hello and goodbye to everybody and stuff, I think it really adds to that feel of community that you're building around the events.
And I think as well with Manchester, what I think is definitely easy to kind of spot is how much work and effort you guys put into it. Because with the London one, a lot of the like attention is on the vendors, and we've had some amazing, like, vendors have put some amazing activations in, haven't they, over the years. We've had in London, we've had like the big castle, and we've had the, you know, Sage's massive great big umbrella, and there's been wow factors in there, haven't they, that you turn up and that's all everyone's talking about is, did you go and see this, did you go and see that? And I know you guys put a lot of work and effort into everything you do, but somehow or sometimes Accountex London, your thing can be overshadowed, right? Because the hard work you put in, because the vendors come up and they just, you know, they bring up these massive things that steals the conversation. But I think testament to you guys, because Manchester and you can see the involvement each and every time, right? Each and every time we go there, it's there's this little bit of extra, this little bit of everything else. I mean, how do you come up with all the ideas, and is there anything this year that you're really proud of that you think is going to elevate even further?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so much work goes into the show. I think long gone are the days where you used to have a sort of bog standard exhibition and a conference program. You know, we try and put so much more effort into that. And I'm sorry if it looks like I'm in the dark here. The lights do seem to have gone off behind me, but
They're not
you know,
putting you out, are they? It's not.
I know it's
It's not
just
that
one of those.
stormish, yeah.
I think if someone walks past in a moment, the lights will go back on. But yeah, there's some really exciting features, and this is something that we've put a lot of time, effort, and investment into of late. And you know, you'll see it again. You guys are going to be there with your podcast pit stop, which is such a popular feature at the show, and we really look forward to having that again. There'll be the content creation clinic with Rachel Harris and the social network hub with Ashley Leeds. So those are things that I think people are used to seeing. But we've got new things coming to the show this year. Obviously, with the MTD deadline really not very far away now. We have HMRC at the show anyway. They have a stand at the show, but they've actually also now this year got their own demo station where they're going to be doing sessions on repeat, trying to really engage the community, just make sure that everyone is fully educated, up to date and aware so that they can in turn help their clients. That's going to be really, really important. We've also got a cyber resilience hub. So it's been massive in the media this year. You know, if huge organizations like M&S can get hit, then what's to say that the smallest practices can't get hit as well? It's something that we have to take incredibly seriously. So we work with the Northwest Cyber Resilience Team. They're a government-funded organisation, and they have got some fantastic advice for the audience. So they will be there en masse to help everybody with any queries that you've got, no matter how small, no matter if you've not even got any kind of barriers in place on any of your networks, then don't worry, they're there to help you. And I really do encourage people to take that very, very seriously. What else have we got? We have got a sustainability zone for the first time. So again, this is something that's so important, and it all stems around carbon accounting. We'll have sessions on it at the show, but also if you want some advice on how to start your own sustainability journey, then do speak to the team there. And something that we're bringing up from London, something that went down very well there, is you know what it's like. You're in a big show like Accountex. It's busy, it's noisy, there's a lot going on. We've actually been working with a company called All You Say, and it stemmed from working with them at our Accountex España show, actually. They came down to London, and it's so easy. You don't have to find a pair of headphones that someone else has been wearing and then be disappointed because you can't find a set of headphones. Bring your own headphones. We've all got something, haven't we? We've all got something that we use. Bring your own headphones, download an app onto your phone or tablet, and you will be able to listen. You'll be able to plug into the audio from the theatres. It was a game changer in London. It really did enhance so many people's experience of the show. And don't worry if you forget them as well. We're still going to be playing the audio loud enough for people to hear, but it just gives you that enhanced experience where you can really lock into what someone's saying. So, gosh, there's so many other things going on. And we have actually got a golden ticket competition as well, which I'm very excited about. We were talking about hotels earlier, about the Brewdog Hotel. We've actually got a prize for someone to win, for two people to stay at the Gotham Hotel, or the Hotel Gotham, I think it's called, which is a very lovely hotel in Manchester. So at the end of the very last session of the day, so the last session today is 4:15, anyone who's at the end of their session in one of the theatres will get a golden ticket, and there's an opportunity to win a £500 voucher to spend at the Hotel Gotham. So yeah, lots going on.
And it's a lovely hotel as well. I can't remember what the reason for staying there was, but I've stayed there, and it was really unique. In one of the rooms we were in, it had like this LCD panel, and the idea was that you could then put whatever landscape you wanted up on this panel. So you could go from New York to other place. I forget which ones were there, but it was the whole premise was you dictated what you were looking out for in front of your things.
Wow!
Really
I
cool.
love that. I'd just like to say the Accountex budget doesn't quite stretch to the Hotel Gotham, but I'm told it's very nice. I took a lot of advice from some local people in Manchester to say, where should we have this prize, and that was the one that got the top billing. So we're looking forward to seeing who wins that.
Good shout. That's awesome.
And the fact that you bring in those headphones, I mean, that technology was phenomenal. So many people were so pleased with that, and it really added to their highlight of their trip to London.
Yeah,
the fact that you're bringing that, I think is phenomenal.
It's an overwhelming experience. We're fully aware that it can be really overwhelming and overstimulating to come to a show like Accountex. So to be able to actually plug in and lock yourself into a session is really important. And I will also say that whilst there have been quiet rooms at the venue before in Manchester, which have not been so close to where we're holding it in the main hall, we have actually got a quiet room this time.
Oh, wow.
Just off the show floor, and it really is somewhere where you can go and just for 15 minutes just go and decompress. It'll have lovely low level lighting, a little bit like I'm in today, and it'll just be a nice calm atmosphere, because we are fully aware that it is a very overwhelming experience. So go and have your 15-20 minutes of calm before you come back out, and I really hope people will make use of that as well.
Definitely. It was definitely popular at Accountex, wasn't it? Accountex.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but are you doing similar to last time at Accountex, where you had that kind of meetup for people who were by themselves or anything? Is there anything like that happening?
We haven't got that at the show this time, but you know what? I think there's so many areas on the show floor in which you can engage with others. We have a lounge area sponsored by Zero. That's somewhere where you can go and just meet others. There's the cafe. Go and listen to your podcast. We've got seats there for people to actually go and sit down and listen and be part of the audience. And I just always say this, and I feel like I'm a broken record a little bit, but I just really encourage anybody coming to Accountex, especially if you're on your own, just start up a conversation with the person next to you. You're all there with a similar interest. You've all got similar needs, wants, problems, pain points. Just start up a conversation with someone next to you. You never know where that might take you. But yeah, and again, feedback from the show. I really encourage people to come. Unfortunately, we're a little bit limited on space in Manchester, so that's why unfortunately the Solar Traveller Lounge wasn't possible. But we are making the show bigger next time. So due to capacity issue, we've got so many registrations coming in. We're well up on our registrations from last year, so we're taking a bigger site next year. So that hopefully that will mean that we can introduce things like that into the program. Yeah, it's a packed day. It's a very much a packed day.
So that means we've got to go to this one this year because we've got to say goodbye to the venue if it's going to be a different site. So.
No, sorry, a different size. It's going to be the same venue, but we're taking a bigger tenancy, so we're going to go bigger. And obviously the mission is to take the entire Manchester Central one day. We're not quite there yet, but yeah, more space next year for definite.
That's really exciting. Wow. And just on your point there about if you are coming by yourself, definitely come to the Ask the Accountant. But that's what we've done it so many times, haven't we? Yeah, and we've had people kind of turn up and sit there for a little bit, and then someone else will turn up and we can introduce you and say, "Oh, have you met so and so?" and go through from there. Yeah. And you get a top trump card as well. So what more do you want? And that point about talking to people as well. If it wasn't for talking to people at an event, we wouldn't be doing 150 episodes, would we, Aaron?
No. It's because we wanted to speak at Accountex London that we started doing the podcast, because we understood we needed an audience to be able to get ourselves up that massive list of speaker applications that you get. So yeah, this is all your fault, Caroline. It's your fault that we spent 150 out of 151 Mondays on these webcams talking to these poor people.
I will take that. I'm proud of that. That's great news to me.
But I think there's also when you're saying, people talk to each other, everyone's lovely. I honestly feel like events like Accountex are at the absolute foundation of a change in culture and attitude in our industry. Like before I got into the industry, and even in the early years, it was very much you don't talk to the guy down the road. This room of 12,000 accountants are all competitors. Why would you talk to each other? Whereas Accountex and similar events have really changed that in the last 5 to 8 years, so that actually we are all friends and we are all part of a community that are out to support each other. And people ask me questions on LinkedIn and stuff in messages all the time, and it's like, I'm always happy to share what I've learned because someone else has shared it with me. And I think these events don't get enough credit and kudos for facilitating that. And what else could have done it? If it wasn't for these events bringing so many of us together, I don't think that culture would have changed in our industry.
I have to say, having worked with various different professions over the years, I came into accountancy probably 4 or 5 years ago and was blown away at how open and how willing to share this community is. Everybody wants to help everyone else. They're sending the elevator back down to help people come up. It's really quite inspirational. I think it's quite unique as well, and it's a joy to be part of, to be totally honest. I think it's a real honor for someone like myself to just witness everything that goes on at these shows and the willingness to be open and share. It's really quite humbling.
Definitely. Let's just make sure we come up with what the community is saying. So they are saying, Natasha says, this is my favorite event. I travel on the day to the event, well worth the 4-hour journey each week.
Oh, lovely. Can't wait to see you. Come and say hi.
Mahul says, new headphone system helped me join London Accountex as I could hear all talks on day 2 remotely as I could not attend. So that's another use case I didn't even think about, actually. That was a good use case there, Mahul. And I know, Jan, you'll be excited because you've got your new headphones, haven't you, that will come on the Friday, don't they, just before the event?
New AirPod 3 arriving on Friday. 4 times less noise. So yeah, completely.
Don't they do the translations as well? Are they the ones that do the?
Yeah.
Oh, these are a game changer.
If you need us at the Spanish one now, we're available. Now
there you go. There you go.
Stephanie says Accountex London is responsible for my friendship. So another dint on your record there. Sorry about that one. We're joking. And collaboration over competition always. We're all so lucky to be in the industry. Couldn't say it better ourselves, Stephanie.
100%.
Awesome. So before we let you go, I'm going and this is on the spot here, so apologies because I didn't have to give you time to prepare. But we're going to set a scavenger hunt for our listeners, and what we want them to do is prepare 3 different photos, and the first one to come to our store will stand with 3 different photos. We'll give them a shout. We'll figure something out for them. So I want you two to figure out a photo each. So Caroline, think of something iconic in the event thing that you think that they should get a photo with, something like that to go through from there. Do you guys want to go first? Because I've got mine. So do you want me to go first?
Is it a person or could it be anything?
A person could be could be the accounting sign. It could be whatever you want. It could be yourself if you want them to get a photo of yourself.
Oh well.
So you set the scavenger hunt for yourself. What would you like people to get photos of? And they've got to bring it to ask the accountant stand.
Oh my goodness! There's so many. There's absolutely so many. I think a photo of anyone with our giant ASM letters, Accountex Site Manager letters. I think that would be a good one. I don't actually know where I'm putting them yet. I've got a second one. You don't want a second one, do you? No, I can't do that now. I was going to say, and a photo in our famous deck chairs. You've got to be in one of our deck chairs. I think that's a good shout as well.
I like that. That's a good two of them. We need to know where that ASM area is because, is it ASM? It's ACM. ASM.
Accountex Summit Manchester. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah. Because we need it for the grid walk. So we need to know.
Well, as soon as I know where it's coming, I'll let you know as soon as I know.
Johann, what scavenger hunt do you want for the listeners?
I think it's got to be getting a photo in front of the building. It's just such a magnificent venue that, just getting a photo of yourself with the building behind you. It's just like that's I've arrived kind of photo, or what a day I've just had behind me type photo. I think that would be my suggestion.
I love that. Mine is you're gonna have to use the ATA leaderboard Guess Who game, and you have to have someone on the leaderboard. You have to have a photo with someone on there. So obviously Caroline's there. Get yourself Caroline. Ryan,
I'm available.
Friend of the show, we've got Tim's there, so there's gonna be all sorts. Chris Downing, find someone on that list, get yourself a selfie with them, and bring it over. And if you bring all 4 of those to us, we'll figure out something that'll be a shout out prize, whatever it's going to be. Cool. Well, thank you so much, Caroline. Thank you for coming along. Any final bits? Any plugs you want to make? Anything? The floor is all yours.
Well, just to say that please do check out our seminar program online, accountex.co.uk. You'll find your way to the Manchester show. We have got an app for the show as well as show app, so don't forget to download that. More details on our website. And just come along and you'll see some incredible speakers. Laura Taylor, Rebecca Bennyworth, Rachel Harris, HMRC are there, Companies House are there. There are loads of practical sessions around AI that you can actually use and put into practice straight away. So do check out the program. It's going to be a fantastic day. Manchester's always one of the most welcoming places in the world. Can't wait to see you. And please do come and say hi. I really would love to chat to as many people as possible, and feedback is key. So just let me know your thoughts, any feedback that we can put into practice. And
I've got feedback for you.
Already? Go for it. I'm ready.
This, having my ticket on Apple Wallet, like the amount of times I print my ticket out, can't find it in my bag when I arrive in the morning. And then just the fact that it arrived, add it to Apple Wallet. Oh, yes, please. Because I've always got my phone with me. I've always got my Apple Wallet with me. I think that's absolutely, it's the simplest little thing, but game changer for me.
I know. I have to give a big shout out to our marketing team for that, because they've done a massive overhaul on our reg company. They did loads of research over the summer, and it's really exciting. I feel like that's going to be a massive game changer for Manchester, but for London, huge as well. So really excited that you noticed that, Johann. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I absolutely loved that when that arrived.
I think Apple has helped you out, and their new phones now got lanyard mode, so you actually get to put it around your neck can hang the phone there and have it as a lanyard in there. So.
I just love all this technology. It's gone, and I'm going to borrow Johann's headphones. I promise I'll bring a cleansing wipe with me.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much, Caroline. Thank you for giving up your time to come on the show and talk to us all things Accountex. We look forward to seeing you next week. That's a scary thing to say, but it's
really scary. But we'll see you on the 23rd. Thank you so much, and congratulations again.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Amazing. That was great to have Caroline on the show. I hope everyone enjoyed having her on as well. Right, back to normal. Well, let's talk about 150th episode first. Let's talk about that. One thing I want to say is don't miss next week's episode. Where next week's episode we talk about the future of Ask the accountant. See, I've got Accountex on my mind now. That's
really struggling with this, aren't you?
Yeah, we talk about the future of Ask the Accountant next week. We've got some big news. We've got some big changes coming your way, and we need your feedback. So please do make sure that you join in next week to give us that feedback. Let us know what you like, what you don't like about the changes. This is your chance to shape it. This is your chance to give us some honest feedback of the changes we're making. Let us know if you agree, if you don't agree, or how we should approach the changes we're going to make. So yeah, purposely not giving too much away now because there are few things.
I will just say you're not losing anything that you already have.
No, that's 100%, isn't it? But we want to do more, don't we? There's for the first time ever in the
out there start spreading malicious rumors. You're not losing anything you've got now. We're just trying to enhance it and add to it.
Yeah, for the first time ever, we had to turn down an event that we really wanted to go to, but we just couldn't make it work. So we're looking at ways in which we can improve it, and it's at the right time. Like I don't know if we've passed, we let you know, Johann, about this, but our Making Tax Digital Watch series, 3,000 views already on that one, and we've only just launched it. Like, yeah, it's doing really well. We're going from strength to strength, and we just want you lot to have an opportunity to come along for the ride. So please come along next week, and we'll talk more about it. Anything you want to talk about being 150? Like, how old does it make you feel, or?
It does,
you had hair when we first started.
I know, right? I had like a full head of hair, swished back. I mean, a lot's changed in 3 years, not just my hairline. But yeah, I with all the changes and stuff that's still going on in this industry, like we came together because of COVID and trying to help, courtesy of QuickBooks, we were trying to help small business and accountants and bookkeepers to get through COVID, right? And 150 episodes in, and we're still here. We're still helping people, whether it's MTD, companies' house changes, latest technology, ChatGPT, whatever it is, we're still here helping. And we both still absolutely love it. So as long as the passion's there, even if the community's got bored and left us, we'll still be here.
Yeah, well said. Yeah, and so it's going to be exciting, and I'm looking forward to celebrating it properly as well with everyone next week as well. So who can make it, that'll be great. I feel like this version of Accountex Manchester, because Accountex Manchester way it all started for us for being at live events, wasn't it? It was our first ever one. So big thanks to Caroline on that one. But I feel like this year as well, we try and level it up each time, and we've got some big enhancements to it next year, to next week. So I'm looking forward to that as well. Some new gear that's hopefully going to make it even more efficient and easy for us to go. So, and you're there with Engage, aren't you? And Tax Calc.
Yep. I'll be there all day with Engage and Tax Calc, doing my thing, and I'm speaking on stage. Don't know which stage number, but I think it's around 1:15, something like that. I'm on a panel talking about where's culture if it's not in the office. So for those that are working from home, where is culture and how do you form culture when you all work from home and stuff? So
nice one. No, that's going to be a really good one. Yeah, 100%. And look, in this day and age, we need that, don't we? Mahul says, I was one of the first to watch Ashley Cat. You certainly was, Mo, and thank you so much for your continued support.
Oh, you can't say stuff like that. It's going to get a fight started.
Kirsty's like, I was the first one. Paul says,
Fact,
keep an eye
show
on
me, prove it to me.
we have got the facts to say it. Keep an eye out on he's going to keep an eye on the comments. Won't be available to the live as I'll be in Florida. Well, enjoy Florida, definitely. Nice. I assume you're just jumping on a plane to get back to Accountex North and coming back in. I assume that's what most people do, right? Yeah, just leave the family at Disneyland or whatever, and you just jump on a plane, head over, and then you'll be back. By the time they finish the day in Disneyland, it'll be all good. But no, enjoy that, Paul. Hope you're in, and we'll keep an eye on the comments. We'll make sure time there. Stephanie says time to level up with a 0 heart. So hopefully that means we're not moving to 0. Hopefully that's not my way. And Kirsty says, have you got stats or a nice graph for your listener figures and when it took off? That's a great idea. We'll pass that over to producer Lizzie. I mean, I've just given her the job of setting up the scavenger hunt, so I'm sure she'll be thrilled to have more work to do. She loves it, really, doesn't she? Yeah. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, awesome. Okay, cool. Let's get on with some actual news, though, before we run out of time. You want to talk about Apron? Apparently, they've got some nice new features coming our way. They'll obviously be at the show next week as well, so definitely be worthwhile. Yeah. If you can get in the queue for them anyway. Normally you have to form an orderly queue to get to the apron stand, don't you? So
yeah, there's normally a long queue for coffee and t-shirts and bright yellow swag bags.
Exactly. And it looks like we're going to be the same again, right? So tell us what they got coming.
So I've been playing with a couple of these for a while, but they're on the Aprons newsletter now, so I can now talk about it. So we've got bank statement extraction. Is now in beta testing. We've had a play with it, really nice, very simple, as you'd expect from Apron. Like, you dump your documents, it reads it, it processes it. You can then export it and push it into QuickBooks and Xero in the right formats, quick and easy. So for those clients that don't give you bank feeds, or those banks that say they're open banking and they're not really, Apron has got the bank statement processing tool in progress, which is great to see. And they've used my favorite software. Well, a topic of software. They brought in AI. So AI is now they're now using AI to help power their categorization of receipts for you. So basically what it will do is it will go, okay, Screwfix. We'll have a look at Xero QuickBooks and go, right, where have you put Screwfix in the past? And then it will categorize based on that. Now, obviously, if you've put it in different codes, then there's not much you can do about that. But if there's consistency, the AI will recommend the categorization for you, just to help out. So yeah, again, we're talking seconds here, aren't we? We're talking a couple of minutes each transaction. It's nothing major, but it all adds up. Like, with the amount of transactions that go through our Apron, if we can save 30 seconds of time, everybody's happy.
Yeah.
So they're the two new bits. There's, they're doing some work on duplicates and spotting duplicates and sorting them out and stuff. But the two bits that really stood out to me were the AI categorization and the bank statement processing updates. Were really quality of life improvements for me and my team.
100%. And I mean, you mentioned there about it saving seconds, but I feel like that's what we're at now, right? Like, if you think about it, back to the analogy you gave when Caroline was on, where it's like when we first started going to Accountex versus now, or when we first started as the accountant versus now, it felt like we were looking for these major changes and major changes to change our practices and, changes from one direction to another. And it was these big changes that we were trying to implement to, take us forward and everything else. But it is about those refinements now, isn't it? It is about how do we save seconds per transaction, as opposed to before we had Apron and competitors like Apron. It was, wait, we can save hours Like now it is, we can save seconds, isn't it? And I know they all add up and everything else, but it's like Formula One, isn't it? We're down to those milliseconds and those seconds at the moment, as opposed to
OCR technology came in, and all of a sudden we were saving hours and hours. It was incredible. And now it's a refinement of that using AI to get us down to seconds. Like bank rules saved a lot of time in both Zero, QuickBooks Sage, and Free Agent. But now that people are bringing in AI-powered algorithms to help categorize things, it's just an evolution, isn't it? It's just making even more savings. So yeah, no, it's if you've already done all the big stuff, it's these little improvements and upgrades that make all the difference.
100%. And it's added to their ecosystem as well. I had a client the other day who messaged in and was like, "Oh, we're struggling to sort out expense management at the moment, and we're not 100% sure what's next, or or what you would recommend, should I say, and everything else." I was like, "Well, you already use an Apron." Like, yeah. We message you. We've sent countless newsletters out about it, and we've got YouTube videos and all that lot. But Apron has an expense management solution. And like, do they? Wow. Okay. Well, that solves my issue because I'm already signed up. I'm already ready, and off the races. Like the more little features they can put in, like the bank extraction and things like that, makes them stickier, right? And makes them go, "Oh, okay, this is justifying me being involved in this ecosystem." Because app fatigue is a real problem at the moment for clients, isn't it? Like, if I could, I'd have every single solution out there for every single one of my clients. But realistically, I've got to be tunnel visioned as to which ones to use for each one, because if I overload them and I overwhelm them, they're not going to have a great experience, are they?
No, exactly. And I've said it a few times where 3 or 4 years ago we were all getting these spider webs of bloody app stacks. It wasn't a stack at all. It was a bloody spider web of all sorts of backwards and forwardsing stuff going wrong everywhere. And now, like, people like Apron are helping to go, well, actually, let's take that one. So you had something for bank statements, you had something for expenses, you had something for payments, you had something for receipts. Let's just put that into one place. So the amount of clients that they moan, "Oh, got to make bill payments." It's like, well, that experience that we give you with payroll, where you just make that one payment, it disperses it all for you. Oh yeah, we love that. It'd be amazing if we could do that with bills. Same app can do that. Yeah. We keep telling you this, but sometimes you just have to wait until it's that pain point where they're really at the point where they're listening.
Yeah.
So yeah, the fact that Apron's gone out and achieved all of this is fantastic. So yeah, it's far, far better. And that's, what's up? Payments, expenses, receipts, bank statements.
There's more, but we can't talk about.
Yeah. So that's 4 different apps now in one for our client.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. And they're nailing the end-to-end experience, which we always said with them, right? Like that's what they nail, is that whole idea of let's just make it easy. Let's have an experience where the client's not pulling their hair out, isn't it? That's what they do really well. They just nail that experience, and that's why it's so easy to adopt with our clients, because it just works, right? A lot of times we're having to almost convince our clients to stick with a particular solution or a particular thing because we know it's going to be better for them, or we know it's going to be better for us, or whatever the use case is going to be. But this one, we don't have to worry about it. We know that we put it in front of them, and they'll get to grips with it. They'll understand it because that whole user experience is just so nailed on, isn't it?
Definitely. Yeah. No, it's been a huge improvement in my firm over the last few years. So
definitely,
long may their development continue.
My only upset with them at the moment is that our call location's already out of date with them, because it's already they've already moved. So
Let's go refilm it.
I gotta go get someone else now. Go through from that. Nice one. Awesome. Paul also says Apron really has hit the mark with my clients. Other receipt software have just not merged with my client base. And I think that's a lot of people, right? The adoption is so well because, again, of what we've been saying there. So great to hear that, Paul. And Kirsty says # get paid money in. she refers to that. I'm unsure if we're allowed to talk about that or not. So we'll move swiftly on. Yeah,
Kirsty probably breaking an NDA there, but hey ho.
Kirsty mentioned it, and if Kirsty mentioned it, then that's fine by us. All right then. Next part of news we've got here. You want to talk about? Well, you wanted to bring up the fact we haven't spoken about QuickBooks new UI that got launched last couple of weeks. I want to say it's always difficult for me to know exactly when it gets launched to the masses and when.
It's not in all of my clients yet.
You can opt in at any point. Go top right hand corner, press the button, and opt in or opt out. They've done the normal 20% got moved on, as in like they got moved to the new experience, but you can opt in that at any point. And at any but with any client you've got, you can move them over. Top right hand corner, move from the old experience to the new experience. So you say you've not got it on any client at the moment, you're saying?
I had it on one, I turned it off.
Oh, any reason why you turned it off? Go for it.
We are being subject to a UI built for America that's not actually functioning in the UK. Right, is my over. The amount of features that aren't there for the UK is phenomenal. So the fact that they're pushing this into the UK from America and half the features that they're and the buttons don't actually work because we're not in the US is an absolute joke. Like, if everyone else can work out, oh well, this is the UK version, this is the US version, then why can't QuickBooks? Yeah, it just compared to the rollout of Xero's UI, which is functional, it works, it looks good. Yeah, it's not landed well.
Interesting take there, Johann. You'll be surprised to know that I fully disagree. I don't know what you expected me to say at that point. No, look. I've said this analogy before, and I'll say it again. Like for me, we were playing Jenga with QuickBooks, with Xero, with a lot of those solutions, and we're at that horrible end game of Jenga before, right? We're at the point where if we pulled one thing out, the whole thing could come tumbling down, and that's fair to say, right? It was getting to a point where it was bloated, it was difficult. Look, just take a look at the old solution. How many items on that list now on that left-hand panel, right? It's just getting obscene. And for users like you and me who used to it, we understand it, we get through it absolutely fine. It's comfortable for us, right? It's like that nice warm blanket that we're comfortable to use. But you try and bring someone new to that platform, and you try and get someone new to use it, and it's a painful experience because it's overwhelming, right? Like, again, we understand that if I go to this menu and go here, I get to my bank area, and it makes sense to us because that's how it's always been, right? That doesn't necessarily mean that that's the right way to go, right? Like that, just because it's right, because
I think part of my concern with this rollout is, let's face it, QuickBooks haven't done well in new UIs in the past. Remember when there was us and them? Like, that's the client view, that's the accountant view. They're completely different, so no one can talk anyone through anything. Like, yeah. But
this is an evolution of that, though, because what they were doing there, the premise was right. It was the execution as well. That's the accountant motto, isn't it? Like, we have these great ideas,
poorly executed.
So producer Lizzie comes along and sorts it out for us. But the idea was always good, because the idea was to let's simplify the language. Let's make it so the language for an end user who has no accounting experience and bookkeeping experience whatsoever can at least have a go at it, right? And understand it and figure their way out. Because I do generally believe, and I've seen it because I've done so much training and over my time and all that sort of stuff. When someone first gets into any of these solutions at the moment, it's overwhelming. And if they don't have accounting and bookkeeping experience, they can really struggle to get to grip with it, right? That's why I still, even though I'm very frustrated with some of the functionality not working as intended, but I still love QuickBooks Sole Trader as a product, right? Because I can just pass that to a client and they can just get on with it, right? I don't need to go through bespoke training with them or pass them these videos or have to, you know what I mean? I can literally give them a 5-minute video that I've done and they are off to the races and they are bookkeeping and they are MTD compliant, done. Yeah. If I give that to the old version of QuickBooks, to any of the other competitors, like, I can't have that experience. I won't have that confidence with them. I know that I've got to invest more of our time, my time, whatever it's going to be. The firm's going to invest time in that client for them to use it. So I 100% back the idea of let's simplify this. Let's like back to that whole idea of being Jenga. We're at the end game. This is them back to the square one again, where we're at that nice box. And yeah, it's frustrating for us who, enjoying being in the end game of Jenga and enjoyed what it was and enjoyed how it was. But back then, we're now in this new version. I just feel like we've got to go through this. And especially with all the AI stuff coming, if we'd have just tried to just add it to the old Jenga one, it would have come crumbling down. There would no way we have been able to. And I think that's what some of the competitors have struggled at, because they've got these cool new solutions like, AI, for example, and they're trying to bring it in. And it's just this little thing at the top here, and people are playing with it and they're going in and they're getting frustrated with it and coming back out again and feeling a bit underwhelmed. This is at least gives an opportunity to have a platform where I go, right, here's this new UI, here's this new AI. What, give us some honest feedback, but at least, it's forcing them to use it properly, if you know what I mean.
Or is it frustrating them because those buttons don't work? Because that feature's not available in the UK.
Oh, there's definitely a lot of that, yeah.
Like, and that's the problem, though. They've released it too bloody early again. What was it the head of QuickBooks Technology said the mantra was? Building products to inspire, or
oh, you're talking about I've got it now. My favorite phrase I like throwing at them. That's really frustrating. It's we don't do MVP anymore, so minimum viable product. That one, isn't it? It's the one you want?
Yeah.
So we don't do minimum viable, we do minimal remarkable product.
There's nothing remarkable about a UI that doesn't work because I'm not in the US. It's remarkably frustrating. That's what it is.
100%. But that's you and me using it because we're looking for the newness, right? Again, a completely novice to this won't notice half of that stuff that's there, right? They're going to see a button there and it'll have a little like logo on it saying it's an upgrade option or whatever it's going to be. They're just going to ignore them sort of things, right? Yeah, I get what you're saying from our point of view. It's frustrating because we're like, well, we're in this new UI, might as well find the new stuff. That's what we love, right? We love finding the new stuff. We like finding all the new bits.
Yeah, but no, I've got clients that do that as well. Like, I've got clients that will go into a new tool and go, so like HubSpot, okay? We're using HubSpot in Engage at the moment. An amazing bit of kit.
Yeah.
But the amount of you see all the options, and there's all these little orange arrows where you've got to upgrade here, upgrade there. And that's frustrating.
100%.
Because you're already paying a lot of money for HubSpot.
Agreed, but
is that not the risk that QuickBooks is going to take care of? Everything's got upgrades written all over it. And you're like, well, hang on a minute. What do I actually get for my 30 odd quid a month subscription?
Agreed. But devil's advocate isn't that exactly how Engager became so popular and had such a really good partnership? Because a lot of the features that you have there that are like super cool features, like we're talking the Xenons and the Zamas, and they're paid add-ons, right? And no one begrudges paying that add-on because you've done such a good way of selling what that reason to partner up with this other person is.
But there's a free alternative to everything. Like Xenon, if you don't want to pay for Xenon health scores, you can still prioritize your jobs by deadline and manually set prioritizations. Like, you don't have to have the upgrade for that feature to turn on in the first place. Like, you've still got a jobs board.
But you always feel like you're missing out. Because for QuickBooks, you don't have to have bills. You don't have to have multi-currency. You don't have to, you know what I mean? Like, they're not, then they're the sort of upgrades that you've got. You don't have to have stock, right? You don't have to have any of that. But it's really good if you do for the right client. And for some clients, they'll never need it. Like, they're more than happy on Simple Start for the rest of their lives. Everyone's happy. And they'll have those upgrade options. HubSpot, right? I have been a HubSpot user now for what? 8 years? I've never paid for any of those upgrades. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I mean, because have you seen what the upgrade path for them is? Like, we're not talking a couple of extra quid a month. We're talking thousands a month. Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? But I 100% get what you're saying. I'm frustrated from a customer point of view because I played around with it as a customer, and it does feel underbaked in terms of what features they are being promised. So lead generation, all that sort of stuff, which is all their kind of MailChimpy elements to it. That doesn't seem to quite work as well as intended. And the idea is that you won't need a CRM solution, right? And I think back to your point there about being in the US, I think you're right. I think if they're in the US, they don't need a HubSpot, right? Ironically, I filmed a video this weekend, and this weekend was, can I use QuickBooks, the new UI, to replace, like, for a new business, to not need to have a CRM solution, not need to have a proposal solution? Like, is it good enough now for me to do that? And ultimately, the premise is there. And again, I think if we're in the US, we could do it. We could do it now, no problem. But I get your point about the idea that it's frustrating that from the UK point of view, we're just not there yet.
And is there any even plans to bring it to the UK?
I suppose it's how much, like, how much of an appetite has MailChimp got in the UK? I suppose that's the answer, isn't it? Like,
well, that's it. So why do we even need, if we're not going to bring it to the UK, why is it even in the UI? Surely there should be a UK specific UI.
I mean, there is definitely a UK specific, because there's still certain features that the US have and we don't, which is that age-old frustration that we've got there. So there's definitely opportunities to do that. But I guess they just want to encourage you to get a MailChimp subscription and connect it. And we've just launched a new business, right? Elevate Media is our new media production business that's part of Ask the Accountant. Like, it's part of that family that goes through from there. So producer Lizzie's now got her own business. And we want to do this right. We want to start it on the right foot. So we have said, right, we're going to use the whole of Intuit Suite, right? We're going to use MailChimp.
I thought you were going to say we're going to move on to Zero.
Right,
we'll go Zero.
But we're generally using it because we're even at this early stage, we're struggling to keep on top of our leads. We're struggling to keep on top of what priorities, like tasks and stuff like that. And we don't ever use it as accountants and bookkeepers, but actually there's a whole element within Intuit, the new UI, where there is task management. There is the opportunity to do leads. There is the opportunity. Is it perfect? No, but I'm comparing it to HubSpot, right? If I had nothing and it was this or an Excel spreadsheet, it's this every time. It's that sort of scenario, isn't it? That you've got to remember. I think the premise is there. It's just not been executed brilliantly at this point, but it is still in a beta-esque, isn't it, at this point? So maybe by full launch, these will be sorted. But yeah,
I mean, based on previous feature releases, I won't hold my breath.
But when the AI stuff comes, you'll have a different tune about it, because that's the bit me and you were looking forward to, is the newness, right? Like, at the moment, there's nothing really new there than a few little tweaks here and there to the UI. Because ultimately,
really, considering how long they've been banging the drum about it for.
But they've got to get it right. We've said this time and time again, and
it didn't seem to bother them with the UI. They just released it, didn't get it right.
Like, the UI is just it's got to be there, because this is what builds on the function for the rest of the stuff. Like, without the new UI, we can't have the AI capabilities, right? So they just got to launch that and get that ready. But I do feel
we shall see. Basically,
we will argue till the clouds come home on this one, but cows come home. But I will hold my, I will die on the hill to say that we can't rush the AI side of things, and we've seen it so many times. Well, there's me on my soapbox.
We've been banging on about it for about 100 episodes. Let's have a look at 250 and see where we've got to, shall we? But there's some comments.
Yeah, let's go through them. Nicola says, I'm pushing to get Apron and Free Agent link. Do you have any inkling on that at all?
So that's not Free Agent, it's not Apron issue. That, because Apron deals with payments, that puts them into a whole different criteria of validation and due diligence work with RBS, who own Free Agent. So Free Agent are keen, Apron are keen. It's the same with Adfin, really keen on both sides. but the hold up is the ownership, which is the bank of that is RBS, and their whole different rigmarole of all the payments and stuff that they're very strict on. So yeah, like, don't give Apron and Free Agent too much of a harsh time because it is out of their control. Same with Advin. Don't give them too much of a hard time because it's out of their control. It is RBS that is slowing things down there.
Interesting. But good point there, Nicola. Thanks for the comment. Shovelstone says Zero has a new desktop being rolled out too. It's exciting times, isn't it? Like the idea that both of them are doing it at the same time, I think that's cool. And it means we can have the conversation and you know, it makes it feel better that they're both doing it at the right time. That there's a reason that they've chosen for this new refresh. Both going it completely separate. Zero is very much a refinement. QuickBooks is a put a bomb in it, explode it, start again, and build it from the ground up. But we'll see which is better out overall, won't we? Like you said, 250th episode, we'll definitely know the answer, right? Mel says, QuickBooks question, can we file CT return without the account transfer to work papers from QuickBooks? You'll have to use the work papers to get that then into ProTax, which is your CT software. So without using work papers, you won't be able to file with the CT. But my argument is the work papers is really, really good. So highly recommend using it. And if anything, the work papers is the best part about the whole CT and submission area. So yeah. Paul says, like all things, it's muscle memory. It will take some time to evolve. Overall, I like the direction the QuickBooks dashboard is going. Yeah, there's some premise there. The new My Menu feature in the top left-hand corner is amazing. Really, really like that one. But unfortunately, the client doesn't get it. So like it's the accountant toolbox all over again. So it's like, well, the best bit about it, only us accountants and bookkeepers get. Victoria says, good morning. Good morning to you, Victoria. But we're about to go now. But thanks for joining us. But I hope you're doing well. And thank you very much for your answers, says Mahal. No problem. Reach out to me if you've got any problems with it. Johan, what's going on with your week? Talk to us. Tell us what's going on.
Well, I was meant to be in Chester this week speaking at a conference about business acquisitions, but that's been scrapped due to an issue at the hotel. So I am working from home. I'm getting some things done. Lots going on as always, especially in the Engager world and in my firm. We've got a lot going on in the firm at the moment. So it'd be nice to just get my head down and get on with some of that stuff. How about yourself?
So London tomorrow for a ICAW small practice committee meetup. We only have them once a year in person, so that'll be good to see, go talk to, catch up, find out what's going in the world of small practices and how we can assist further. And I also have a really exciting meeting as well with a potential podcast that's coming up soon with a partner and stuff. So that'll be very, very, very exciting to go and see. And tomorrow is also the launch of our Cool Friends series. So we've split it up into like a weekly video. Just everyone, please, if you don't get time to watch all of it, please, 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 please watch the intro. Producer Lizzie has absolutely smashed it. I gave her a brief, which I was really shocked that she hadn't seen that brief before. She was like, what do you mean? Like, I don't understand the context here. Anyway, showed her that brief of The Office. So we have recreated The Office. You know, the intro, the iconic intro of, we've recreated that for TCS, and it is a thing of beauty. So if you don't get a chance to watch the whole thing, fair enough, but please, please, please do watch the intro. And as a little sneak peek for anyone who, or a little behind the scenes, a little Easter egg for everyone, if you watch till the very end, there's an extended version of that as well. And the extended version is
how very Marvel of us.
Yeah, exactly. You know, at one point I was going to be like, well, can we put like an after credit scene in there as well? But I got turned away. Brilliant. All right, 150th episode. Yeah, well done. Congratulations. You've aged like a fine wine. Is that a compliment? I don't really know. I never really know if that's a compliment or not. It just felt right to say. Here's to 150 more. And like I said, next week, big news coming your way. So please do
tune in.
We need that feedback. Yeah. We need to know what's right, what's wrong. We'll go from there.
And we'll also be at Accountex next week. So if you see us and you want to feed back to us in person, please do.
What a great idea. Yeah. Spot on. Yeah. gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So yeah, so we will all have a great week, everyone. Any last things while I try and find the button?
And we will see you all next week for 151.
You'd have thought 150 I'd have figured out where the button is by now, right?
It's Stream Deck, they keep moving it, don't they? It's like QuickBooks. Why keeps changing it.
Have a good week, everyone. Speak to you later. Bye.